And then to ask for me to pay it out of my own pocket personally, there's no sense to this. The money's gone.
Those are the words that landed Toronto's mayor in legal trouble. On Wednesday, Rob Ford will appear in court to fend off allegations that speech and the vote that followed broke the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. If a judge rules against Ford, the mayor will automatically lose his job.
The judge has no discretion if they find that there's a conflict of interest and the councillor has voted in conflict. They have to be removed from office.
The controversy stems from donations to the Rob Ford Football Foundation. The city's integrity commissioner found Ford acted improperly by using his office to solicit donations from lobbyists. Ford ignored repeated orders to repay $3,100 in questionable donations. When the issue came up at City Council, Ford got up to speak about it before voting to let himself off the hook.
I'm very, very passionate about helping these kids.
The allegation is that's where Ford broke the law by voting on an issue in which he had a direct financial interest.
Rob should not have stayed in for the vote, but nevertheless, how serious a matter is this, and should it be before the courts? I don't think so.
The mayor's defense will argue Ford did nothing wrong, or that the relatively small amount of money in question doesn't match the harsh penalty of being booted from office.
It's a very serious thing to ask lobbyists for money while you're voting on issues that are in front of them, council, that they're working on.
Lawyer Clayton Ruby is leading the action against Ford on behalf of a private citizen. He will argue it's not about the money, it's about the principle of a politician voting on issues in which they have a direct interest. While the case may be complex, there's still a tremendous amount of public interest, so much so that the hearing has now been moved to the largest courtroom in the city. The mayor's best defense may be to simply admit he made an honest mistake. Yet Rob Ford has already gone on court record behind closed doors as saying he doesn't regret voting on the issue. Well, the penalties for Ford could extend beyond removal from office. A judge could actually ban him from running for re-election for a period of up to 7 years. Now, as for who might take over the job of mayor if he loses the job, that's a tough question. It could go to a by-election, or council could actually appoint someone to fill the seat until the next election. And speaking of that next election, we're hearing tonight from failed mayoral candidate George Smitherman. He lost the mayor's chair to Rob Ford 2 years ago. Tonight, he tells Global News he believes Ford will likely win again in the next election unless his opponents band together behind a single candidate.
Vote splitting. I mean, simply the same formula that worked for him in the race that I was involved in is likely to occur in the coming race. And I'm really, in a certain sense, just cautioning people that would like to see him gone, that it will take action on their part to coalesce behind one candidate if we actually want to see a more competitive race this time.
And Smitherman is weighing in on the conflict of interest case involving Rob Ford. Head to globaltoronto.com. You can read more of our exclusive interview with the former candidate. Ann?
All right. Jackson Proskow, thank you for that.